Okay. So, in fact, here we have gathered um, to discuss and to finalize our project, how to write a quality label application. This is the topic. And in fact, there are different projects here, three projects. I think it will be useful for us to understand what we're going to do. So the first and the most important thing is that all of the teachers who participated in all of the projects have to write this application label, yes? And because we have done a lot of work, collaborative work, and all the teachers in different countries, Turkey, Romania, Jordan, Armenia, Georgia, Tunisia, have got to write the label. Why? Because if some of us don't write, we will get, or you will get, only national label, not international label. So when we speak about writing a quality label, I must mention one most important thing. If you look at the slide, you can see we only have 30 minutes to fill in the application. And it is clear that it is impossible to fill in the application. Okay, so as far as we have only 30 minutes, we need to write all the necessary things, all the necessary information in a Word document. I will show you the sub sections, and then later you will be able to use them. So after we write it, collect the information in the Word document, after that we can just copy paste from Word to the application form. It will be easier, it will be faster, and I think we will manage to do in 30 minutes. What, when is the deadline? So let's decide that we had better write it until the middle of June. We must finish it until the middle of June. I think if we have questions, we can keep in touch and discuss it. But the most important thing is that first we have to write in a Word format, and then after we complete it, after we discuss it, we have got to just copy paste in the correct document. There are 5 important things. In fact, there are more important things, but there are 5 which I'm going to speak about. So project should have collective aims and a plan. It is important, all the projects have collective aims and a plan. Yes, all the projects have a plan. By the way, it is important because when we write an application, we must mention certain aims and the plan which we had beforehand. The second one, project should be finished or it should be at the last stage. In fact, all the 3 projects that we are doing now are in their last stages, and we are either publishing our ebook, or we are either filling in the evaluation forms. So it is the last stage, and it is the best time to write the national label application. And we can finish our evaluation, and we will finish writing the application as well. So we can combine both. The next, the teacher who applied should make a significant contribution to the project. I think all the teachers who participated in the project have their role in the project. And if you go to our Twinspace, each project, building resilience and traveling with myths and legends, I have created a table with roles, what we have done up to now. And I think you can use that information as well. So the distribution of roles is also important. Certain degree of cooperation should be done. So that partners have cooperated. I think our students have also cooperated when they were asked to fill in the Google slides, Google Sites. For example, in building resilience, we prepared a wiki page, and this is our collaborative result. And all the three projects and other projects as well have collaborative results. It is important, and we have got to speak about it when we write our application. And the last one is very important too. Project results should be visible. What is that? Well, it means that we must have something like an ebook or a booklet or a wiki page. So when we start thinking, we can understand that all of us have that product. So it means that we have done all these 5 steps. What to write about? What are we going to write about? The most important thing is that we're going to write about classroom innovative methods. What methods have we used? For example, group work, pair work, maybe there was tutoring. Question answer is also a method. For example, we posted a question and asked all the participants to answer the question. We organized events, for example, within the project. I tried to organize live events during which we discussed and exchanged ideas. It is also an event. And brainstorming, for example, in traveling with myths and legends. If you remember, just at the beginning, we organized a brainstorming activity when we posted jigsaw puzzles and word art. And it really activated our students. They really liked it. So all these things must be present. We have collaborative works in all the projects. We worked in a collective Padlet. We created a joint video, for example, in a project called From Waste to Wealth with Gokchen. And we have collaborative results, our wiki pages, ebooks, essays, individual and teamwork. I've already spoken about individual work. For example, we asked our students to research. It is also important when we speak about methods of working. Our students researched, found information, they sorted that information, and they summarized information. It is also a skill that is important for students to have and to develop. So teamwork, I am sure that all the teachers have organized teamwork as well. I mean, they have organized their students into teams and gave them certain tasks. And all these things must be explained and described when we write our application. So it is also important, but it is if we want, we can do it. Activities should be done by students, and teachers should guide the process. But it doesn't mean that teachers shouldn't prepare, for example, a kite, or yes, Gokchen, or teachers shouldn't prepare, for example, shouldn't ride a bicycle. I myself cannot ride a bicycle, unfortunately, but we worked in a team with one of our students and prepared a kite. It is a joint project. This is teamwork. For example, when I write the application, I will mention that we collectively prepared the kite.
Shouldn't we prepare a kite?
Sorry?
The teacher. Shouldn't the teacher prepare a kite?
Yes, should. They can prepare, yes. That is why I'm saying that I also joined my students and prepared a joint kite. And the kite that we showed, it was our work, collective work.
Okay.
Teachers should also participate in it. Curricular integration is an important topic because we know that if we start a project, um, we have got to remember that this project must be part of our curriculum, and it must be appropriate to the curriculum. It must coincide with the curriculum. Just some part is enough, yes. And we're going to write about this curricular integration, not briefly, but you have got to describe what it is, how you fit the project into the curriculum. For example, in my both classes, groups, I study, for example, the topic of disasters, the topic of environment. For example, we have a lesson on bicycle revolution, how important bicycles are. So these projects fit into our lessons. So they are very useful, really, because our students have
Sorry, Rusana, I have a question. May I ask you?
Yes.
Is it important how many aims do we have in this project?
The aims that we have in the project may be 7, but if we implement all these aims, it's okay. It is good. And besides our aims in all the 3 projects, if we have even 7 aims, they coincide. They implement, they complement each other. One aim is the continuation of another aim. They are interconnected. So even if we have a lot of aims, they continue each other. But for example, not 15 aims, it is not going to be. I think it is my opinion that 10 aims.
How can we write at least? How many aims can we write at least?
You can use the information given in the description of the project. Yes, in the project plan, you can use the whole information. You can use the description of the project, the aims, the steps that are given in each project. For example, as a founder in Traveling with Myths, I have written a very extended aims and very extended description of the project. You can make use of this, surely.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you too. And curricular integration, we have got, when we speak about it, we have got necessarily to speak about how students' skills have improved and what, how I have guided them to reach information. What was my role to help them to reach information? So we're going to write about these things. Communication and information exchange between partner schools. For example, we haven't done it because it is not for our project, but it is part of it. For example, there are projects that send postcards or letters. We, for example, did cultural exchange because we exchanged information about our cultures, our habits. So this cultural exchange is present in all the projects. And when you write about communication and information, we can mention our cultural exchange as well. Common activities, the same topics. So if we remember our project, we can say that all the students and teachers did the same common activities and we had the same tasks and we fulfilled the same tasks using the same instructions but differently. For example, in my projects, which are where I am a founder, I tried to set a task and write the tools to make it easier for the participants to use this and this tool, and not to just look for tools to implement the project task. The next one is Collaboration between partner schools. At the end of the project, there should be collaborative output. I have already spoken about it. Ebook, wiki page, and etc. All of the projects have this output. Students' works. Yes, all the students have worked very well. They have posted, they have researched. It is important. They have collaborated in creating an ebook, a wiki page, to have a well-planned Twinspace. So I think we have well-planned Twinspace. We have organized it in that way. And if we have a Facebook group page, it's okay. But if we have another website, for example, WhatsApp, it's already okay. We have WhatsApp chat where we discuss, we make decisions. So it is also important, and it must be mentioned when we write the application. Yes. Because when we write about our collaboration in the Facebook group or another website, we have got to mention, and we have got to give proofs, say screenshots, for example. It is important. Use of technology. So if you look at the tools, we have used all of them, and even we have used more tools. I think that we have used a lot of tools, and when we write the application, we have got to mention all of the tools that we have used. Results, impact, and the documentation, it is important. Project results should be presented via different tools. We should have different tools. Yes, we have them. And they must be presented both by students and teachers. Students also must participate in collecting documentation, for example, in posting screenshots of disseminated results. And results, impact, and documentation include evaluation, which should join both students and teachers. And we have surveys, evaluation surveys, and our teachers and students have filled in these surveys. Or if they haven't filled in, they are in the process. It's good. The most important thing is that National Support Service should be given access to our Twinspace. I have created my login and password, and I have invited the people who are going to evaluate as a guest. You also can create a guest account in Twinspace for your NSS to enter your Twinspace and go through the Twinspace and evaluate your work as well. So it is important to give a login and a password. So how you create it? You go to members and you create a login and a password for a guest. So this person can enter and look through what you have done. Publish and upload any content. So if we have some links that we haven't posted in Twinspace, we must upload in the application form. It is very important. That is why if you haven't posted anything, you have got to add it in Twinspace. Provide any links. So I have spoken about the links. Yes, we must provide any links. For example, if you have created a video, it is in YouTube, you post the link in the application. When do you post this link? When you haven't posted it in Twinspace. But if you have this link in Twinspace, it's okay. So you don't have to post it additionally in the application. Or if you want, you can, just to be on the safe side, add on all the links, write the names in a Word format, and just post that Word format document in the application form. There are just different ways. So upload other content that is not available in Twinspace. I've already spoken about it. We need to have all the documents and all the links, videos in our Twinspace. I think we have all of them. Describe in detail how you work, how you integrated the project into your existing curriculum. So I've spoken about it, and it is necessary to describe how we did it. And all of us will do it in a different way. I cannot say that I'm going to do this way, you also do this way. It is not correct, because maybe you have done something in a different way, I have done something in a different way. So you have got to describe what you have done, I and other people have got to describe how they have worked. Describe how the students work. Yes, how they worked. Maybe they worked in teams, maybe they worked individually, maybe they worked using different tools, how you helped them, how you facilitated them. Maybe, for example, you shot videos with explanation and sent to them. It is also important. You have got to describe how you helped your students, and describe your communication between you and project partners, chats, teachers' online meetings. For example, all of us have a WhatsApp chat, and I have already posted, by the way, in the Building Resilience project, our WhatsApp chat screenshots. And I have described what these documents are for the evaluators to see how we discussed and how we decided on using this or that, for example, tool. It is very important. It is collaboration of partners, not only students. It also shows that we kept in touch all the time, that we worked together and we made decisions together. So not only the founder was responsible, but all the members were responsible. And I'm really happy to have such partners like you. Details. Describe the work division between you and your partners. It is also important. When you describe, you have got to describe how you divided your work. For example, I found tools. Gokchen, for example, sent the links of our work, or somebody else reminded the student, or prepared Word format documents. Just anything that we did, we have got to describe what each partner did. We have got to describe the work process as well. And we have got to speak about in what activities our students cooperated. For example, in creating, for example, our students, my students, we cooperated in creating the kite, and all the students of the project cooperated in creating a wiki page or an ebook. It is also cooperation, and it is important to be described. We should describe how technology was used, what technology was used, and how technology was used. So how means what kind of content we created with the help of this technology, and describe the impact of the project on you and your students. What we have learned, because we teachers have also learned a lot of things, and our students have learned skills. For example, some students weren't able to work collectively in teams. They learned to work in teams, and they learned to use different tools, for example, to shoot videos or summarize some texts. It is very difficult to summarize text. So we have got to describe what we have learned and what our students have learned. So if you have a look at this picture, you will see how to apply to a quality label. First of all, you have got to find the project in the project section, and you will see such a circle, apply for a quality label. I guess you have found it. You press on it and you can see this quality label application. So there are 3 ticks, 1, 2, 3. The first one is project details on your right. project description and the preview. For example, if you want to see if there are mistakes or not, and then correct it. So you have got here, indicate the average age of your students. Then let's go to picture 3. You indicate the average age of your students. For example, 17 is the average age. Then you indicate the number of students who participated in this project. And the last tick is provide a short summary description of your project.